Hello everyone, good afternoon. I'm getting ready for work and I wanted to jump on here and get ready with you guys. If you wanted to hang out with me live, or if you're going to watch this later on, welcome. My name's Tawny. I am a beauty industry professional and I also have a blog called glamourously-mommy.com, and I love to just share my knowledge and my information with the everyday woman to help make your beauty routine more simple and more accessible. So first off, I'm going to do my skincare routine. I'm just going to get ready using some of the Fenty Beauty products. Now I'm not going to use all Fenty Beauty today, but I am going to use quite a few of the different products. So first off, I'm a huge advocate, if you guys have been following me for a while, I'm a huge advocate of glycolic acid every single day. It's really what has helped to transform my skin, keep it looking really smooth, help with wrinkles, helps with my discoloration that I have experienced from post-acne scarring from having cystic acne. So I'm a huge advocate. I really believe that unless you have really sensitive skin, most women and men should be using some form of glycolic acid every day, whether that be in their beauty products, if that be skincare, if that be in their face wash. If you just Google glycolic acid, you'll find a lot of information about it, and you too will be hooked once you start using it. Makes a huge difference. Alright, so I'm using the First Aid Beauty. These are the facial radiance pads. I just use these. And what I do is I just use one pad per day, and I just continuously wipe it over the skin until the pad is almost completely dry. And I really focus it in my problem areas, which are more like around my chin and kind of the lower half of my face. I tend to get more hormonal type breakouts, so I want to make sure that those are being taken care of. And honestly, this glycolic acid, it's so good for your skin, but it also makes your makeup go on so much better. When I am working on a client, I always prep my client with a glycolic acid and vitamin C. So those are the two things that I use on almost every single client, depending on whether they have sensitivities or not. Obviously, it's really important to ask that. But as long as they don't, and we do a little patch test, it's a green light, and those two products really make the skin look so good and make it so well prepped that all the foundation, all the products that you put on afterwards sit really well on the skin. Alright, so I'm going to use a little bit of Ole Henriksen Truth Serum. If you've been around for a while, y'all know I love me some Truth Serum. It really has helped to transform my skin. Like I said, I used to suffer from cystic acne. I don't really have that anymore because of my skincare routine. If you guys want to know more about that, I'd be happy to share that with you too. But because I really nailed down my skincare routine, I don't have as many issues with breakouts anymore. So I'm just, oh look, you can get like filters on here. Stop, I did not know that. Sorry you guys. And then I'm also going to share that I am live on Twitter too. Perfect. Let's share. Can I share to Insta? Nope, doesn't look like it. Alright, you guys. So while I let my skincare kind of sink in, then I'm going to go in with my moisturizer. This is by Pharmacy, and this is the Honey Drop Lightweight Moisturizer with Echinacea Green and Bee Honey. So just a little bit of this. This packaging is super cool. So if you can see, It's shaped like what a honeycomb would be, and then the top is magnetic, but it looks like it's wood. And then it comes with this scoop, so everything's really hygienic and you're not transferring, you know, bacteria and stuff into your moisturizer. And then I always bring my moisturizer down on my neck, and then I also put it on my hands too. Okay, let that sink in. And then I'm not going to use the Fenty Beauty foundation today, although I love it. I just don't have the right shade for me. When I was matched with the Fenty Beauty shade, I was a lot darker than what I am now. So I'm not going to use that today. I'm going to use a different foundation. But I am going to use the matchsticks. I'm going to use the primer. I'm going to use the, I have two of the matchsticks. I'm going to use one for highlighting, and then the other one is going to be, it's Ridic, and I'm going to use it for like my cream blush. And then I'm also going to use the highlighter in Mean Money and Hustla Baby. So I'm going to use those today, which all of those I love. They're incredible. Fenty Beauty is just killing it right now. Super excited about it. It's a great product line. I have had, this is the Fenty Beauty. This is the Pro Filt'r Soft Matte. This is the Soft Matte Pro Filt'r Instant Retouch Primer. So what I love so much about this primer, you guys, is that it is water and silicone based. And typically in makeup, you either get one or the other. And what's awesome about this product is that because it's water and silicone based, you get the hydration and the makeup sits so much smoother on the skin, but you also get that filtered smooth finish after you get done with your makeup too. It's so good. It doesn't even make sense. It's so good. I absolutely love it. Okay. I'm going to go in with my foundation. I like to go in with my foundation with my primer a little bit tacky still, because it is more of a mattifying primer, just to make sure that my makeup's going to go on a lot more smooth, more evenly on my skin. I like to let it be a little bit damp. You can let it dry all the way. It's not going to manipulate the way that your foundation goes on, but I just like to do that. That's like my personal preference as a makeup artist. I just feel like it works better for me when I do it that way. It could be all in my imagination, but that's just the way I like to do it. So I'm going in with my foundation. This is the Estee Lauder Double Wear foundation. Guys, fun fact, I bought this foundation one time and hated it. Completely hated it. Took it back, returned it. But it was during the time where I was literally trying every foundation known to man, and I was taking every foundation back because turns out it actually wasn't my foundation that was the issue, it was my skin. And I hated every foundation at that time except for the Lancome Teint Idole, which again, if you guys have been longtime followers of me, this is the Teint Idole, one of my absolute favorite foundations of all time. Love it. It's so incredible. And here's the other thing too. My neck, my chest does not match my face or my hands because I work all day long and this whole part of my body is always covered up. So my foundation is not too dark. It's just my chest is really light. This is like my chest all year long. It never sees any sun really. I did go on vacation, but I'm pretty sure that my tan has faded away by now because my chest is looking real light again. So Alright, and then the foundation brush I'm using, you guys, I love this brush. If you have Sephora near you or if you can order it, it's the Sephora Pro Core Diffuser in Gold Brush, number 95. I love it. It's got different layers or different levels of layered bristles. So it's nice because it's dense, so it's going to pack color on really well. But it's also going to kind of smooth and feather it out and make it look really lightweight. Not like you're wearing a ton of makeup on your face. So I super love it. It's so good. And then now I'm just going in and using up all the excess and just really making sure I'm patting it, kind of pressing it into my skin so it's not sitting heavy on my skin, but that it's sitting kind of within the skin. That is the key to foundation, to natural looking foundation, to make sure you really work it into the skin. It's super important. And skin prep, again, is really important too. Otherwise, it won't sit smoothly on the skin. So like if I get close, you guys can see, you can still see my skin through, but it's not sitting heavy, but my skin is covered, which is what you want your foundation to do for you. Alright, and then I'm going to go in with NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. This is in the color Biscuit. I'm going to go right here where I have darkness. And I like to start working the product in with my finger. Works the best for me. And the warmth of your finger helps to kind of warm the product up too. And then it will spread a lot more evenly and a lot more smooth. All right. It's going pretty well so far. Okay, so just like that. Then I'm going to go in with my highlighter. So this is the Fenty Beauty Matchstick, and this is in the color Wheat. And I like to use it here in the center of my face, down the bridge of my nose, under the eye area, and these are cream to powder finishes. So I always tell people they are like a filter in a tube. They're incredible. They're super fast and easy. So if you're somebody that doesn't have a lot of time in the morning, these would be great for you to get the trio. And it comes with a highlighter, the matte highlighter, a shimmery highlighter, and a contour color. They're really, really nice. And like I said, they're that cream to powder finish, so they really smooth out the skin and give it like this filtered, airbrushed appearance that is beautiful on everybody. And now the only thing is that, remember, skin prep is so important, especially when it comes to cream to powder products. If you have texture on the skin, if you're not exfoliating the skin on an everyday basis, it can cling to the dryness. So what I will tell you is to make sure that you're exfoliating your skin on a regular basis. Every day is not for everybody, but you know, a couple of times a week is good. Everybody should do that a couple of times a week. And then look at that. Isn't it beautiful? I love it. So beautiful. And then hydration is so important, because if your skin is not hydrated, your makeup will cling to every dry patch that you have on your skin, and it won't sit well, and you'll end up hating the way that your makeup looks. So hydrate, 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 even if you're oily. Super important. Okay, and then I don't have a contour stick in the Matchsticks yet. I'm going to purchase one. I was going to buy the trio, but it sold out, and I need the tan range, and that one sold out. So I'm going to use the Makeup Forever I use this all the time. If you guys can see, this is what I use every single day for my cream contour. It's the Pro Sculpting palette, and I just take it and put it right on my finger. I just dip in, place it right on with my finger, and then I'll take a little bit up here as well. And then I'm going to go back in with that same brush and work that into my hairline. These matchsticks make makeup so fast, and so it's like contour by numbers. It's so highlight and contour by numbers. It's so easy. It's beautiful. You can't really mess it up. Okay. And then for the Makeup Forever, I'm just taking it and pressing it into the skin. And it's going to give me a really beautiful, like, soft contour. Kind of like naturally just shaping and defining the structure of the face. Okay. So like so. So as you guys can see, I've been on here for like 16 minutes and I'm almost completely done with all of my complexion, which is super quick, super duper fast. Okay, so I'm going to go in with Ridic, and I'm just going to warm it up on the back of my hand a little bit. So kind of warming it up on the back of my hand a little bit. And because I've done all my complexion, I don't want to move the product. So what I do is I go in, warm it up on the back of my hand, and then I'm going to go in with a brush. This is a Sephora Pro small stippling, and I'm going to take the stippling brush and press it into my skin with the brush and then also with my fingers. And if you ever feel like you get too much product, just keep blending. With these, you can blend them and blend them and blend them, and they just lighten up and look more beautiful as you go. So if you feel like you just get a little bit too much, which I tend to go a little bit more heavy-handed with my blush just because I like that look. I like color on my cheeks. I like to see the color on my skin, so I don't mind it. But if you do feel like you ever get too much, it's showing up a lot more intense on camera than what it is in real life too. So if you feel like you just ever get too much, just keep blending. These are those cream to powders, so you can really get them to blend out a lot more smooth and more evenly than your typical cream product. So just keep blending and you'll get there. Okay, let's do brows. So I use two different brow pencils from Anastasia. One is in soft brown and the other one is in dark brown. Now you don't have to do this, but I'm a makeup artist, so I really like my makeup to look as natural as it can, and using two different shades will help with that, because you want the front to be a little bit more soft, and then I like the back to be a little bit more defined and a little bit more crisp. So what I like to do is go in with the soft brown here in the front and create hair-like strokes going in the same direction in which my hair naturally grows. So here in the front, your hair naturally kind of grows straight up, and then as it goes back into the brow, it kind of turns and starts to go more in this direction, and then back here it turns and it grows down. So that's what I like to do here in the front, is just really focus on creating the front of that brow. And then what I can do is I can go in with the darker one and start to work that in more here in the back. So this one here that I'm using is dark brown. And that's creating a little bit more structure and a little bit more definition in the back of the brow for me. And I'm using probably a medium pressure here. Just like that. And when you do this, you don't have to do as much work to get a really pretty structured brow. It just kind of naturally forms and looks really beautiful. Gone are the days of Instagram brows, you guys. Gone are the days. Everything's a little bit more soft and a little bit more natural these days in the world of artistry. So like that. And then I always tell people with the Anastasia pencils, you just want to be really careful and don't blend too much. Because when you start to blend too much, you'll blend the product away and you'll have to go back in and add more and you'll end up wasting a lot of your product. So just don't blend too much. Use like a medium pressure so you don't have to go in and blend away all of your product. Because what happens is if you start getting really heavy-handed with these, you have to go in and work them into the skin or else it just doesn't look natural. But if you use a nice medium pressure and use short hair-like strokes, you won't have to do as much blending to get the product to look natural. So as you can see, I just kind of sweep it through and it's going to look a lot more natural for me. And you don't have to go in and do a lot of heavy blending. So there are brows done. I'm okay with that kind of undone, tousled brow look. I'm totally okay with that. And then I don't know where my Anastasia brow gel is, so I'm just going to use this one here. I don't even know what it is anymore because the name is rubbed off. So I'm going to use this one, and I kind of brush the brows up. I want them to look kind of a little bit undone. I think that's cool. It's a kind of cool vibe I like to go for. Okay. Perfect. So, complexion's done, brows are done. We have to go in and do a little bit of eyes. And then I'm just going to set everything and then we'll set it with the Kat Von D. I like to use the translucent setting powder and then I'll spray everything so it lasts all day long for me. Okay. What are we going to do for eyes today? So the primer I'm going to use for my eyes is the Smashbox. Let me get this ridic off of my hand though before we have a situation. Okay. Alright, you guys, I have to hop off here. I will post a picture on Instagram. If you guys don't follow me on Instagram, follow me there. The link is down in the description bar. I will post a picture on Instagram after I get ready because I just realized what time it was and I have to hurry. So, thanks guys for hanging out with me today. I hope you learned a little bit more about Fenty Beauty. Definitely head in store and check it out. It's an amazing brand. It's an amazing complexion line that I'm super excited about. So thanks for hanging out with me today. If you're new here, please subscribe. I would love to have you. And also head over to the blog, Glamorously Mommy, to check out what's going on over there. And also check out Instagram because I will post a finished look after I'm done with this. So I will see you guys. Thanks so much for hanging out. Bye.